Imagine thinking you're actually going to do things at uni. You're not. So hello, my name is Saskia and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a first year psychology student at the University of Southampton. Today I basically kind of just want to talk you through organisation at university and how to do it, because oh Jesus, some of the people on my course are so unorganised. And I just don't get how you can't be organised, but clearly some people don't know how to do it. So I'm going to talk you through all of the ways that I stay organised at university, so that hopefully people can stay organised and not miss deadlines and things like that, because being organised is so important and people don't seem to understand it, but it really is. So I obviously have a little list. I started planning all my YouTube videos in lists and I do find it very helpful, so lists are very great. I love listing. So first I'm going to talk through like important documents that you should probably have or make in some way at university. So I recommend making a weekly planner. Not just having one of these, which is helpful, but I recommend making one. So I'll put a picture of mine up on the screen, and basically what I've done is put when lecture videos come out, because obviously everything's online. So I put when the lecture videos come out, you know, when I plan on doing like the reading for that topic, when the actual like live lecture is, and I've literally just done that for all the modules that I'm taking, and it's so helpful because I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday, what am I doing? And like without having to look in my bulky planner, I already know exactly what I'm doing, and like it helps to create a routine. I did this last semester, but it was definitely less of an organised bit. I literally wrote down on post-it notes like Monday, psychology of attractiveness lectures come out. Like, you did the job, but I much prefer having, you know, like a weekly planner document. And I made this on Canva, which has so many different templates for you to use. So if you do just want to make one, Canva's great. And I mean, I also have my printer from DSA, and I was like, well, I don't really print anything at uni, so let's print some stuff to get my money's worth, even though I didn't pay for it. But you know, yes, weekly planner is so important. Then what I also have is a list of deadlines for semester 2. Like one of the tutors, head of year people, sent out a list of all the deadlines, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But if your teachers or tutors like don't do this, you can make this yourself. Like I pretty much made this document myself anyway, because your like each module lecturer will probably tell you when your assessments are due in, and you can just make a document that says like, oh, you know, behavioural neuroscience is due in March the 12th and it's worth 20%. Like that's what I've done. Basically what I've done is the module, like what assessment it is, like, you know, is it a short answer question, is there an essay, like that kind of thing. Then I've done the component weighting, like, you know, how much is it actually worth? Is it worth like 20%, 50%, like that kind of thing. And then when it's due in, or when it's like happening, because some things we have like over 2 days, or like in like the semester 2 exam period, which we don't know the specific date for yet, but you can kind of just put semester 2 exam period and you know it's in May. So I highly recommend making something like this, because even though I have all of these deadlines in my planner, they're all really far through. Like I don't want to flick through all the time and be like, right, now I can see that. Like I've just got that straight there. I've stuck it on the back of my desk and I work at my desk, so obviously I see it every day, I see it all the time. And it is also really satisfying to cross things off. Like it just feels really nice that I can be like, well, I've already done this, I'm 2 months ahead of schedule, or things like that. Then another document that I think you should possibly make this. The other ones I would say definitely do, but this is definitely something that's much more, you know, if you fancy it. Basically, I make lecture checklists. So I put the name of the module at the top and then literally what we're doing week by week, because all of our lecturers tell us what we're doing week by week. They're like, oh, week 1 is memory, week 2 is personality, week 3 is this. So I know what we're doing each week, and I literally just have that in a long list with 3 check boxes. So box 1 is for doing the lecture slides and videos that get put up before. Box 2 is for doing any key reading or associated tasks with the lecture, because obviously not everything has key reading. Most of my modules have key reading, but not all of them do. And then box 3 is for actually attending the live lecture. And it's just really helpful to see where I'm at. Like I can see looking at my planner, I'm 2 weeks ahead on reading. I'm a week ahead on slides. Like I know exactly where I am. And I also know like when it comes to the live lecture, I'm like, oh, I've not ticked off the reading, you know, I need to do that. And I can write that on a little list. So that is all the things I recommend like actually making, you know, investing a good 20 minutes to an hour just making all of this and having it all ready so that you've got the information, because you need the information. You might as well have it in a nice format, in a way that looks pretty. You need a planner. You just do. It doesn't have to be like a fancy one. Like I see loads of people getting like expensive ones. This was £5 from Tesco. It just happened to be the only one I could find that I liked. I've got a day per page. I don't really recommend. I am next year definitely going to get a week per page because I don't need a day. Imagine thinking you're actually going to do things at uni. You're not. I've never filled in a whole day, like day per page, and I've got that much space left. Get yourself a planner. It can be cheap. It doesn't have to be one of those like fancy like habit tracker bullet journal ones, because that's just a lot of effort. My planner is literally just for checking when my lectures are. And like my lectures are at the same time each week, so I know when they are. But I just put them in there anyway. And like any like other appointments, like I've written in like a therapy appointment. And with that I recommend, every month or every 2 weeks, I sit in front of my timetable and I copy everything out into my planner, just so it's all there. Like when I'm bored, you know, I'll listen to a podcast while I just do 10 minutes of putting it all in my planner, because I'm not going to do it every day, because then what's the point in having a planner, like if you're going to see it in front of you every day. But yeah, I just spend like 10-15 minutes, just a small chunk of time, putting everything into my planner. So something I kind of do alongside that, like I know a lot of people write to-do lists in their planners. I'm not a fan of this because it ruins the aesthetic of my planner. Post-it notes. I love them. I bought post-it notes for the sake of having post-it notes. I was like, I'm not going to use them. Like, I don't even know what people use post-it notes for. But now they're my favourite thing ever. I write all of my to-do lists on here. Like, everything. As in, literally, like, washing, you know, clean window, pick up meds, drop off COVID test, like, everything on here. And it's so satisfying to just cross it off. And, like, I love it. It's great. I've gone through, like, 4 different colours with this already, because I write one of these. I don't do it every day because I don't have enough things to do daily, because I don't do anything at uni, but post-it notes are great. Like, I know some people have to-do lists, like actual to-do lists, but they're not for me. I don't vibe with them. I quite like the shape of a post-it note. I don't know, I find it really helpful to write a to-do list on a post-it note. And you know, you can colour code it if you want and things like that. Let's talk colour coding. I don't know if there's any psychology behind this, and I'm studying psychology, but colour coding is beautiful. It's so helpful. Like, I can look at my deadlines and know exactly what's happening. Like, even if I just have like a flick through my planner, I know by the colour what I've got going on. So each of my modules has a different colour. And if it's like a continuation module from last semester, it has the same colour as it did last semester, because like last semester we had Research Methods 1, we've got Research Methods 2. Research Methods, I've decided, is always going to be the same colour because it just works. But basically every module has a colour, and it's great. Like on my to-do lists, I highlight it in that colour. Then another thing I've done is deadlines are in red. Just red is a bright colour. It does the job. Basically I put red in, so I'll put like, you know, behavioural neuroscience, highlight behavioural neuroscience in the behavioural neuroscience colour, and then, you know, short answer questions due in, and then short answer questions due in gets put in red. So when I'm flicking through my planner, I can see, right, that's blue and red, behavioural neuroscience, some kind of deadline. So then another thing I do is I have a monthly planner. I literally just went on Canva, searched up monthly planner 2021, and just printed it out and made myself a little key. So I'll put a picture on screen of what my one for March looks like that's not printed or done yet. And I literally just have like all my module names on the left, like, you know, wash my hair, film a YouTube video, upload a YouTube video, like loads of like just general tasks. And then I colour code it all. So obviously, you know, behavioural neuroscience, my modules have the same colour as they have elsewhere, because it has to, you know, has to work. And then instead of writing on that monthly planner, I literally just highlight a strip. I don't write on the monthly planner. I literally just highlight like a strip, so I can see, like, this won't work for everyone, but I find it really helpful to have like a month at a glance kind of things. But yeah, that's another thing, you know, monthly planner, print it out, or, you know, or handwrite it if you don't have a printer, but it's a useful thing to have at a glance. And you can put deadlines in red again, like you could just stick to the same kind of colours the whole way through if you're going to colour coordinate things. I literally have every single zebra mild liner colour because I love them. Is it a mild liner or is it a mid liner? The zebra highlighters, I love them, they're incredible. and like I just have all of those colours, so I have so many different options for colour coding things, and I also have so many highlighters. Then another like quick thing, Google Drive. If you're not using Google Drive, what are you doing? I hate OneDrive, let me just say that. But like if you don't have a Google Drive, make a Google Drive and organise it. Mine is split into like personal and university or something. I've colour coded my folders on Google Drive to correspond with the highlighting colour. So you know, behavioural neuroscience is going to be blue because it's just blue. Like obviously it's not quite the same colour because there's a very limited colour selection on Google Drive, but it's good enough. So I have a very, this is the last thing I have to say, and it's not really about kind of general organisation, more as it is like, well, right, it kind of links. I found a Chrome extension that I really like. It's called weava. I'll put it on screen. I don't really know how you say it. Weava. I call it weava. And you basically like organise research. That doesn't make much sense. But basically, for different modules and different courseworks, like for different modules I'll have different courseworks, and I highlight things. So I go on, you know, ResearchGate, I'll find a publication that I want, and then I can highlight it in using the weava extension, and then it gets saved into my folder on weava. I don't know how much sense this makes, but it's so useful because I can literally just go on Google, put in weava, click on whatever my module's called, like Psych 1021, Psych 1019, click on research proposal. All of the research I want from my research proposal is there. That is pretty much all I have to say about organisation. Hopefully this has made sense and been helpful in some way. I definitely find all of this helpful. I'm completely on top of everything at university. I'm very organised. So hopefully this will help other people get as organised as I am. Yeah, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments or queries, leave them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone has a lovely weekend.